Hi everyone, Matt here, and today we are playing HiveSwap FriendSim. So let's just get on with it. Volume 1, A Bloodthirst and Bratwurst. You have just crash-landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention, most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Hey, weirdo, will do. You're not that picky. Hang on, what's this now? Someone approaching? Let's go with this guy. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? What's up? Oof. Hang on. Sorry, I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. Guess you're really weird looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You are also really lonely, and wouldn't mind making a new friend right now. Hungry, huh? I see where your game is. You're not sure what he's talking about, then your eyes drift towards the obvious target. That exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. Ah, no. I knew it. Just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. I see. You just want a friend and not my sweet meat. Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. Can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. These are hard ways to express the thing he's saying, you think? But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Ask if he lives nearby. Yeah, I used to, My place was bombed by the drones a while ago. Now I don't have Hive, and I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, Frequently you feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rough. Crash landing here, hungry and friendless. Come think of it, feel like your arm is broken? Your ribs too, maybe. But enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh wait, are you friends now? Wait, is that official? And I don't know. Why don't we slow it down a bit to see how things go? Not saying it's out of the question, I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, you know? Not just another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy. Oh damn. You got out over your skis again. Of course, he's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it. In fact, don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one, and no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice, at some primal level, your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. Pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very disarming. A few freckles here and there. A mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think? He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial this down a level. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend, nothing more. You should try and spark up some non-meat related conversations soon before things get awkward. I'm wondering about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, you know. Routine drone pass through my hood. A little bombing, a little culling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. And Lucis, not so much. He's a goner. You don't know what a Lucis is, but you can deduce it was someone important to him, who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide to play right. You decide the right play is to show some sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes, I think. I enjoy savory bun delights as a way of covering up the pain. I think they're so good, though it's hard to stop. Also, I favored the juicy meats before you died anyway. Something we did together. Sniff. How did we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it. Wait. Yeah. Let's drop it. Please, dude. Don't bring it up again. Didn't bring it up. But you don't want to correct him. The boy's clearly grieving. You see 2 faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Let's give him a friendly pat on the back. You keep it simple. Pat him on the back a couple times. Everything's going to be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working toward earning that size, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked. You're right. I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scrounging for sumptuous indulgences wherever I may find them, by rummaging through offal drums or smooth talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my Lucis, but I think he would be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he would be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals altogether. Can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I can probably live to the ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work. You look confused at the last remark, but again, don't want to be impolite. He holds his hand as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here. It's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kind of crazy and seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride. Keep a low profile, taking some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand. Seems like a tragic story. But if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug. Continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds, not looking at his hot dog at all. Smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. How many people understand me at all? A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude toward meaty delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this more than once and lost some friends that way. Eugh. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? No offense, but you are. Jones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared, you say. You've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm, and wince even harder because of that. Oh man, looks like that arm hurts, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust, you're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips, as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. Takes off his vest and puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. He then puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you his shirt. Here, make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right. It does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. This shirt smells like meat, too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves me, and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like maybe this boy wasn't daily socialized properly? Why is this, you guess? You think that might be his dad, but then again you don't. But again, you don't ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship. Yep, that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes any further, you're not sure if you will have the will to protest. Listen, dude, this gorgeous meat product we both admire. I'm thinking maybe we share it. I think that sounds good, actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry, and you're beside yourself with gratitude that Damien is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot. Here, I have an idea. Brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces, with both ends of the dog pointing to his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he wants you to do. You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot dog with him, laying in the tramp style. Yes, if pressed on it, you'd agree the act is uncomfortably erotic. But you have to admit, it is a good way to share a food item, whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. And you absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog, as he does with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. Take another bite, and he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. It's throwing off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. but you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. You keep going without really quite swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog collecting in your throat is getting a bit heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explicitly into his face. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back, and he's staring at you with wide eyes, hot dog and bun bits all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, then puts his hand on his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking. Points to his mouth desperately. You need to do something. I'm like, of course. That's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. You get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. Clench the fist in under his ribs, trying to dislodge his masticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need to use your other arm. It really hurts though. You'll have to make the sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with the silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm out of its sling and grab your other fist in front of his belly and squeeze. You try and try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue, deep red. Yes, because his blood is rust-colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge glob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the expulsion creates enough force in the other direction. It causes you to accidentally lift him into the air and accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline toward a nearby neighborhood toward the street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Damon's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curve, and after flipping in the air once or twice, you come down right in front of his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Damien? You slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. Check his mouth. Throat is clear of hot dog debris. Oh god. This can't be happening. You look around panicked. This isn't what you need right now. All you want was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You need to hide the body. You see a couple kids creeping out nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You've got to find a bush or something. There. Over there. Looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small. But it'll have to do. You drag the vested shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush, and it's really not convincing. Looks like the dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal murder. You got to come up with better. Wait a minute, someone is standing behind you. Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. You killed him. Man. Let's give him a reassuring hug. You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upward a bit, as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance, he leans backwards a little, as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong? Oh, you know there's no turning back now. You just throw the brakes. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent, heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly, and it goes well for a moment until you realize your arm is broken and it seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand, and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backward and slip. The hot dog gets smushed under your big dumbass, and the moment it makes contact with the ground, Damien lets out a shriek. No! Aw, dude, my dog! You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks. But your feet keep slipping, and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just gross, meaty mud mash, like the hot dog never existed. Damon howls in agony and slumps backward against a tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. Not sure what the point of even living is anymore. You're absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come, during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. So you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more those to come by for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item. Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friend. Or for that matter, people who you're trying desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea, you run it by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The best is behind you. There's no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Neiman perks up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over. To bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I am united with another plump treat. Listening with perspiration. Steaming. Relaxing comfortably in a soft melt in your mouth loaf. Damn. I really want a hot dog. Guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made your plan yet, and frankly, don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for here. A real show of leadership and improve morale. You smile. Hold your head up high and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really. You give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think? He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt. Finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog. But you've got to admit, you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk the social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of your journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. Lead him through the streets and winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. Takes care to make sure you both are not seen, which could get you both into trouble, apparently. The improvised, surreptitious route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? Seems like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one. You say you're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. Nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. Phew. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take a bold action to keep his interest in this wiener quest. You say this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode. In the sewer? Yes, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour, or several, of sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs. Oh, hell yeah. You know, and after you, man. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer, you've lost all your bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere, but I know, you've taken so many crazy turns. So, you don't let up for a second. that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he is having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either. But you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day, just quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast mythical trove of meat products. Okay. When you put it that way, maybe all this sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter, but this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. Pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're immensely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him with your broken arm. Put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts when making a new friend. I kinda suck. At least this is gone. I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. Probably just going to get cold. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. Like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks, or other ploys which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually want to do anything nice for me, or would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable, until now. Heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much, or worked so hard, to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. Sorry for being emotional, but this is new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Wherever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune. You hardly know what to do. Should you just hug the guy? Last time that didn't go well. This time he's not holding hot dog for you to clumsily defile, so maybe this is your moment. Wait. What's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels. Oh shit. They found us. This drone dude, I guess on sewer duty? We gotta run. He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that as the rumbling gets closer. He slips on something, and both of you tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro! I can't swim! Help! Red arm finds purchase on the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with your other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder and shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own, and you follow him. Burst through the lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible and completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think. Hey man, I just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy how it all turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. Especially hair slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze of presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is tense. When someone catches your eye just above him, something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. Finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages. Thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from both of you. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Meet heaven. Ask if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye. Disrespectful. Well, that will be all for this time on HiveSwap FriendSim. I will probably record some later. So yeah. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content. And have a good day and do what you do best.